thinking about the Taconic and anticipating Thanksgiving, I thought of roadkill, and I have a roadkill poem for you to begin with. It's called The New Dryads. 1. Just after the Hopewell exit south on the Taconic, just before you pass the plaza with Peking Dragon and CVS, death eludes a buck. Its legs are shattered. Its troubled head, antlers alien beside the storm drain, is cutting midnight, thrashing. Somewhere down the solid yellow zooms a cop, shotgun set. No need for the siren. 2. Where Violet Hill hits Burger Road, you come upon a thing. Whole face and infinite tongue, balletic neck arced in the brush, fine-spun tibia, tender hoof. Then the body stops. No hindquarters, no white tail, only a naked spine, like a voice trailing off, distracted. What was that you said? And the second poem is a long one, and it's a newer one. And I think someone described it the other night as something like one of those creepy porcelain baby dolls with a crack through the skull and no eyelashes. So, enjoy. It's called Antiquity Triptych. 1. In this time, hampered. In this time, we are hampered. In the holiness, holy nut brown, nut beam nailed in place, in clover on dusted shelf. The jewelry box with the harlequin who danced when the drawer was opened, slowing until his elbows hung cocked at an awkward angle, waiting for the next trinket. We resemble beige, dayless afternoons and pollywog actions in the old town square, humbled and mortal and full of bread, wanting fields and fields in our stomachs, to sprout cornflower blue from our corneas and dusty Miller, picked while stooped low, dreams of Miller, Miller. Our finger is the grindstone, and the grass the mini sheaf. Then again oranges, the surprise of their sphere, and the stickiness on leather, brown nut ingestion, using our hands, recovering prints. This is not an impetus, a pea plant staged in height, a parent hand outstretched. These seeds might be eons cupboarded, hardening over until the ago. 2. We are separate parts hinging. We separate hinging. Slippage into a realm, movement into a circle, hands bridging green spaces, the color of grass. The coveted feeling of cold versus warm. In the goldenrod shift, her pockets full of eponymous weed. Chicory flames held up to the lips, inspected in deepening twilight. The one clue to a breaking point, a reddening swath of skin beneath the blue surge. Rash below the goldenrod shift. Her beloved chestnut pocket holds now the most direct route to a scream, the city's recollection, the height just a hint of silver and squares upon square. With a song in the round, redoubly inhaling the nameless hobby horse's coming collapse, under a sun we forgot to admire and which is now angry and turns us red, and limps home, cupping goldenrod down near the hem, and whisks the whites of brown eggs to a froth, pouring evenly over moonrise under the loblolly, sillied with language, driving toward sleep. 3. The mind's old sunsets lacquered over. The mind, old, lacquered over. In a sleep castle formed, in coveted purple, edged in russet and binged on molasses rind. Blackness wheels itself around to face the crowd and falls. In the foliate crisp changed over, violet cream, alphabet belting, expected round, overhead, space, and the scariness we loved in life, below a false stone, a sound concoction, breaking in rhythm with light and rain, into numberless cracks, for sweetened amazing health, bells harnessed, their brass under leather, strapped down, picking up, black in cell death and cow grime, against a clock. Parallel to sea green, still there, still singing under cloud cover, an upside-down ocean, draining to the dregs. Plastic bits recently coined mermaid's tears. No longer reducible, make we throw up our hands, look high, but the sea is falling on us, a pharaoh's army caught in an otherwise normal moment, bleeding through onto ourselves. What is the sound of one hand wringing, allured into being by giant coils dug writhing from heritage land? The fleur-de-lis is in fact a bee too stylized to fly. Instead, it ornaments recent public works, dripping from the arm of dead wealth. A fenced-in cesspool holds leaves with their scarlet reflections, a lovely porch-like place to witness the dying of the red. Thank you.